Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Blue Ribbon Canning Show. We got Tammy here from Rebelcanners. Thank you so much for doing the show with me. I really appreciate it. It's so much fun, and I love talking about this kind of stuff. So thank you to everybody that's supporting me, everyone that I told over the past couple weeks that I'm doing this. Thank you all for being in the chat. Yeah. So thank you so much. That was really sarcastic because there's only two people here. So
one of them is Star. I can't see who the other one is.
Star, thank you. I know who my true supporters are now.
Not to mention, where's my friends? Hello, guys. Where are you? I pushed it out too.
So thank you guys for being here. What else? I have I was gonna wait for some more people to get in here. I have a small little cast iron video that I did. It's like an educational thing. So I will play that in a moment. But today we're gonna be talking about like cast iron do's and don'ts, stuff like that. I'm gonna show how I am taking care of my cast irons. Tammy might have some pointers there too. She's really knows a lot more because she cooks with them on a campfire and stuff.
Every summer I use my cast iron also.
Yeah. So hello, Bob. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate it.
The Bob is here.
If you are a moderator, please make sure that you share us out on your community tabs. I'm going to be changing a lot of things to my channel, and just make sure that you're sharing us out, and that I really appreciate it. What else? Okay, so this is cast iron do's and don'ts, and I'm going to go ahead and play my little video. It's not really very long at all, so just give me a second.
Cast iron was invented in the 5th century in China. The Chinese produced cast iron, and it was introduced in England in the 1500s. The first iron works in America was established in Virginia in 1619. Cast iron is very versatile equipment and has been a staple in households all over the world. The oldest brand of cast iron in America is from Pennsylvania in 1865 by the Griswold Manufacturing Company. They were the leading manufacturer company in cast iron cookware at that time.
Oh, oops. I wasn't expecting it to do that, so that kind of freaked me out. Sorry. So I hope that gives you a little education on cast iron cookware, and yeah, I feel like it. So go ahead, Tammy. What were you going to say?
I have my great-great-grandmother's Griswold skillet. It is still in use. It is still like the day it rolled off that factory, except it's a little more seasoned. But I mean, as far as intact, I mean, cast iron is one of those things that will last you a lifetime.
Yeah.
Or in this case, 4 or 5 lifetimes. But my grandmother got it from her grandmother.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And I'm very, very pleased to have it in my collection. This is my latest one. I don't know if you can see it. I'm trying to figure out where this trademark.
Interesting.
It's not incredibly old, because when you're doing the cast iron, you can see it's held on with a screw. The handle is held on with a screw. So that's not incredibly. It tells me it's a newer piece. It's not like my Griswold.
Yeah.
It's something newer. But it almost looks like it's English. It's got, a coat of arms over here. But I picked this up at a thrift store. It's a little Dutch oven.
That's awesome.
No feet. And it has the rim here. So you can tell by the base of your pan whether it's for a wood stove or whether it is for the modern electric and gas stoves. The ones that are for the wood stove will have the ring to help.
But can you still cook on your electric stove with that ring?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You can. It holds the pan up and helps transfer the heat around better. And so that's
I wondered about that because I do see that a lot, and I don't know exactly.
Yeah. So it also will help you age your cast iron. Because obviously, if they were designing it for a wood stove, it's probably, in theory, older than the ones that they're making now for the gas and electric stoves.
Yeah. Interesting. You guys have any questions about cast iron that we can answer for you? I have been cooking with cast iron for a while now. I bought my first piece like 3 years ago, and I've been a wide collector of different things ever since. So I have pie pans and bread loaf pans and all different kinds of stuff. So
I just discovered that they have bread loaf pans. I want bread loaf pans.
yeah,
it's on my wish list.
I got mine I collect Lodge. I really love Lodge, but I collect that, and for I think it was like Tractor Supply over Christmas had those bread loaf pans. They were like only $16 a piece.
Ooh.
So I got one. And then I come across different pieces here and there at like Marshall's and like TJ Maxx and those area and those and I got a like a cake pan, a cast iron cake pan for like $20. And when you go to these places, I always look at the pots and pans first to see what they have in Lodge or something like that. And I like if you go online, if you go to Amazon or whatever, those cast iron pieces are like $50, whereas like TJ Maxx and Marshall, sometimes they mark them down so low. Like I said, I got that cake loaf pan for $20. So
I like the older cast iron. It's easier to season. Somebody asked about what my thoughts of modern versus older. I like the older. It seasons better. A lot of times you're not getting true cast iron. You're getting something that's plated. So you really, I mean, this has some heft to it, even though it's the size of a dessert plate as opposed to a pie plate. It has weight. Where I have some cast iron, or not cast aluminum, and those weigh almost nothing compared to this.
You need like a Dutch oven, Cosmics, for a cheating husband. Yeah, that'll take care of it. No pan, just straight to the Dutch oven. Hey, thanks for coming in, Cosmics. Thanks for your support for all these years. I really appreciate it. Oh yes, I wanted to talk about that. Thank you, Garden State Gardener. I got a grill, and it's a charcoal one, and I absolutely love it. We use it all the time, and it's a Lodge cast iron charcoal grill. And I don't know how long they had it out, and when I saw it, I was shocked because I'd never seen anything that was like that ever. It's like only yay big. And you can pretty much take it anywhere. You put charcoal in it and you can cook. It's called it's like a tailgating cast iron, but it's so cool. And we've cooked steaks on it and everything else. And there's something about cooking with charcoal that just tastes so good. And yeah, so we got mesquite barbecue like flavored wood and put it in there as well. And it really did the trick. So we'll be cooking on that a lot, and it's very versatile like that. You can, and it even comes with hooks so you can pick it up without burning the crap out of yourself. So you can pretty much put it anywhere and cook on it. So I absolutely love it. So it's probably one of my best pieces that I have.
I love the new silicone. Back in the day you'd use your pot holder and get burnt right through your pot holder, and now you can have a silicone pot holder and not pick the whole handle and everything right up.
That's one thing I have to get used to when cooking with cast iron. When you're cooking with other pans, I switched to stainless steel many years ago because of the Teflon. I discovered that I just don't like it, so I started cooking with stainless steel pots and pans. And so I'm so used to touching the handle when I'm cooking and stuff. And you don't think about that when you're doing cast iron, and you definitely don't want to touch the handle. So if you have those little silicone things or Me, I can't afford. Lodge has a leather one that's like $20 or something. It's so expensive. I can't afford that. So I like the cloth ones. I have them. They look like little handkerchiefs, some of them, and whatever, but they fit like right over your handle. So when you're cooking, you don't accidentally touch your pan when you're cooking, because I've done that so many times. I'm like, oh, I have to stop myself because you have to remember that's hot, you know?
It is, and I mean, it'll leave a nice second and third degree burn.
Yeah, that's not fun.
The other thing, when I'm cooking outside under the on the open fire, I use welder's gloves.
Oh yeah, that's really good. Yeah.
And they're cheaper to get a set of welder's gloves than it is to buy some of these kitchen.
Yeah. Did we lose you? Oh no, we're good. I was gonna show Star the silicone one. I have a cloth one, but you can buy the silicone one. Hold on one second. Here is an example. If you guys aren't familiar with this. Sorry, doing a screen share, so it's a little more complicated. This is what they look like. This is what I wanted to show. Can you see that? No, it didn't show it. I have to choose the screen. What a pain in the butt. This is it right here. $6.90. That's how I can afford these, because they're $6.90, and obviously they come. I hate when it does that. They can come in all different colors. I don't really care so much about the colors. I'm not really. I mean, maybe the yellow, because my kitchen's in yellow, but the yellow is more expensive. It's $9.75. Forget that. So anyway, I have the don't have those, but I have the cloth ones. But these are the silicone things. They fit right over the handle. Here's an example right here. And they fit right over it. They also make ones, I don't know if you can see, they make some for like this edge right here too. It's like a little silicone thing for over the edge, but I don't really think it's all that necessary. But this is really kind of important when you're cooking, unless you want to use. There for a while I didn't have it, so I was just using pot holder. So I didn't have one, but yeah. So, okay, let me just like go over everybody that's here. So thank you so much for joining us and supporting my channel. If you are interested in becoming a member of my channel, I am doing a series. It's called Back to Basics. It is basically basic teachings of how to grow things. And I do that. And then I have educational things that my members have done for me. I have Bob, who has made emergency candles. And then I have Tammy, who has also done how to do an ebook. I also have CPR seminar on there. I have a lot of different things that members have done for me in the past as well as in the present. And it's really an awesome membership for only 99 cents a month. So if you're interested, please become a member of my channel. Not only would you get educational things from it, but it's a lot of fun as well. Let me go ahead and go over who all is in the house. So thank you so much for being here. Once again, Cosmic Cultivators were in here. Thank you so much. Mary Ranch, thank you so much for being here. Hendo, thank you so much for just sharing me out. I know you did that, and I really appreciate that. A lot of people have not been sharing me out, and I probably will address that soon. And Garden State Gardener, thank you so much. I appreciate you for being here. Blue, thank you so much. Moon over Miami, it's always a pleasure to have you in the house. So thank you so much. Gear Aid, thank you so much. I hope that cheeseburger t-shirt worked out for you. And Homestead Aquarius, yes, I use actually a welder's glove, Homestead Aquarius, when I'm putting my wood in my fireplace so I don't burn my arms. So yeah, welder's gloves. Welder's gloves is pretty cool. Will I be wearing a dress soon? For what? No, I don't think so. I'm not a dress kind of girl.
Is there a funeral coming up I don't know about? Because I'm not putting on a dress unless there's a wedding and a funeral and nobody's engaged.
Yeah, so that's not happening. I am excited though. I weighed myself. I even lost more weight this morning. So I'm down 7 pounds. And so I'm well on my way to losing 10 pounds already. So I'm super excited about that. Which reminds me, not to get off subject, but I bought the wrong protein stuff this last time and it tastes disgusting. So I got to go back and I only like Premier. Premier has the best protein shakes and they use it for bariatric patients when they have surgeries and stuff like that. So it's actually good protein shakes. So anyway, I bought an off brand and I'll never do that again because it's disgusting and it tastes like it has fake sugar in it.
Ew.
I don't like that. I don't want something to be so overly. It's just disgusting. So I'm on a trip to Walmart after this to buy better protein stuff because it's just disgusting.
Well, it's spring break here, and after this, I'm going to my Walmart and buying all the sugar pop and snacks that my kids can ingest for the week of spring break.
Oh, well, that's cool. Yeah, I forgot spring break. Yeah, it's for us next week too. Hi, Sawyer. But thank you so much, Chris and Gina, for coming in. I know you guys are extremely busy, and I really appreciate you guys for coming in. A lot is going to be changing with my channel. A lot. I can tell you that. So, let me go pull my cast iron from my dishwasher, and I'll be right back.
I see Wild Edibles came in. Hi, Wild. Homestead Aquarius. Go Team Aquarius. I'll say that. I'll slip that in while Courtney's gone. Oh, going fishing. Good. Cast iron and fishing go really well because there is nothing better to fry that fish you catch than a cast iron skillet. You're breading, roll them in the egg and flour and fry them in the cast iron. Oh, now I'm hungry. It is sunny here. It is not warm out. But I'm a little tired. I was up late last night. I went chasing the Northern Lights and found them. They were dancing for me last night, so it was pretty cool. I didn't get the pictures I would have liked, but
okay, so nobody caught it, and I said I was getting my cast iron from the dishwasher. No. No, you don't. You don't put your cast iron in the dishwasher. Why is that, Tammy?
Number one, you don't want to make all of your food taste like soap. So you're never going to wash it in dishwasher detergent. Number two, it will make it rust, and then you're going to have to re-season it. And number three, it will make all your food stick, and you'll have to re-season it. It'll make it miserable.
Yes.
Ooh. And taste awful.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. And actually, in rare cases, I actually washed my pan, not in the dishwasher. Washed it. Sorry. I washed it, but I had to. And in rare cases, I will even throw in some water and let it boil on the stove to maybe get some of that loose stuff up. But I would never really just ever submerge it, and I will never put it in the dishwasher because it's a big
We had a canning question, and before I forget it.
Oh, go ahead.
She asked about canning fish. It's 90 minutes for the pints, 110 minutes for the quarts. Fish is more time than red meat. Okay, sorry.
It's okay. I bought this huge cast iron. I got it at TJ Maxx, and I got it for like $20. And I was really, really excited. Yeah, and it's really deep. And the best part about these two is you can throw them in the oven if you need to for, cooking a steak or something like that. This pan is in the best shape it's ever been in, and I will tell you what I've been doing. First of all, I use this on all of my pans. This is ghee, and this is I don't use this specific brand, okay, guys? Ghee is so freaking expensive.
Yeah.
And I could make my own, but I don't want to. I don't want to.
It's not hard. It's like a couple of minutes on the stove, and it'd be like $4 instead of $14. You'd save like $10 on that for that size container.
But typically I buy the great value, which is like $8 for a jar, and it lasts forever because you just need not even a tablespoon when you're smear it all over your cast iron. But you do it for the first time, and for me, I put it in the oven at 400 degrees for an hour, upside down. Now, when I do that, I will let it cool down. Obviously, I'm not going to pull a huge hot pan out of the oven, and so I let it cool down, and then I look at it again, and I make sure, does it look like everything's set in? If it's not, then you can repeat the process. You can put the ghee back on it, and you can throw it back in the oven. Now, do you want to do the bottoms of your pans? Do you want to do the sides of your pans? Do you want to do the handle? That's something that took me a minute to figure out. Do I want to season my handle? There's a reason why you season those. Why is it, Tammy?
To keep them from rusting.
Yes.
So you want to keep them all. You want to keep it all evenly seasoned. The outside, the inside. Even the little hole where the screw goes, just to keep it from rusting.
The more grease that's on it, the better, as far as that's concerned, because you don't want your handles and stuff to rust. You don't want that in your food. And
you do want it in your food. There's your iron. I mean, you won't have to take iron supplements, but again, remember what iron does to one when one takes it. You've been pregnant. You've had to take those prenatal vitamins. Too much iron is not good.
Mm-mm.
So yeah, you want to just season it well everywhere. I don't do as high a temperature as you do, Courtney.
Oh, okay.
I only do that for the first seasoning. When I'm just re-seasoning, I will do it more like 240. I don't even go that high.
Bob asked a question, Tammy. Should he?
Yeah, grease those handcuffs, Bob. That's all I'm going to say on that subject.
So this is one of my biggest pans, honestly, for me and my family. I don't need anything bigger. This is perfect for me and my family. However, they do have stuff. I'm a huge Lodge collector now. I have a wok. I have Dutch ovens. I have all different kinds. I love Lodge. And so, and that grill that I got it from a viewer. And I was really surprised when I got it in the mail. I don't normally get gifts like that. And when I got it, I picked it up and I'm like, holy shit. What is this? I get it and I open it and it's the Lodge Kickstart Grill. And I'm like, this is crazy that they put this in the mail. This thing had to be like 80 pounds.
I hope they got the, what is it? Those fit it in one of those boxes that it's the flat rate.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't like me when I was sending stuff to my daughter in Hawaii every week. They're like, you can't use that box. I'm like, nothing up there says only in the continental United States. It says wherever you service.
Yeah.
They're like, but that one's too heavy. I'm like, I don't care if you weigh it, but I'm still putting it in there.
Yeah, if the handle is seasoned and the non-stick, it will turn loose of your palm and fingers after Friday. What? After it fries up.
If you're wearing the welder's glove, you're not going to get fried fingers.
Yeah.
Cast iron. That's why you wear the welder's glove. That's why you wear protection. That's why you have an aloe vera plant in your windowsill when you do cast iron.
Yes. It balances things out.
That's right. You grow the aloe vera, it'll all be all
right. So anyway, this is my biggest pan. I have other pans. I haven't even used my pie pan yet. I plan on making pies. And, I plan on, I have some pumpkin that I canned a couple years ago. Year before, a couple years now. Mm-hmm. So I plan on making a pumpkin pie with that or something and then using my cast iron to do it. A lot of things too, if you guys don't want to destroy your seasoning, and I've done that a lot. It's really hard sometimes to get a good balance on your cast irons. I also have used parchment paper in mine when I'm cooking things. I did a pineapple. I have a video out there. It's a pineapple upside down cake in cast iron, and I use parchment paper to keep it from sticking. But after I put all that butter and sugar and stuff in it, it didn't stick. it didn't. It just fell, it flopped right out, which I was really surprised. However, the aftermath of that glaze, it was really hard to figure out how the heck I'm going to clean my pan afterwards. But this pan is at its perfect seasoning, and we've also been using butter.
Mhm.
So we use butter and we use ghee. I use ghee to set everything, and then we use butter to cook in.
I always use my leftover bacon grease to season mine because I'm cheap and I don't buy ghee, and my butter is going to go in me, not in my pan. But you can, as Tibor said, you can use Crisco. You know, you just have to watch you don't want to burn the fat that you're seasoning your pan with. Okay, so if it's smoking and it's burning and it's black, that's not really doing well for your seasoning. So you really just need to adjust the temperature according to what you're using to season it, because you're not burning it on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bacon grease is great. However, I don't cook bacon that much, so if I saved the grease, it probably would be rancid by the time I go to use it again, because I don't cook bacon very much. I did buy some. So I bought 6 packs of bacon last time I went to the meat store, and I put it in my freezer. But I pull it out only every once in a while, just because it's supposedly not good for you. So I don't eat it that much.
everything I like is not good for me.
I know, horrible. Yeah, it does. But I do like to clean it out, and I do. Lodge has a bunch of. This over here. Sorry, guys. Lodge has a bunch of different things that you can clean your skillets with, and I will show that as well.
I have the little Teflon scraper. I like that.
Now, I do have a question, and because I have never used it, and I'll show you a picture of it. I'm going to share this picture. Share. Okay, that's it right there. Have you ever used this spray or anything like that?
I have not used a spray because I'm bacon grease all the way.
Yeah, I've never used it either. They have like conditioner and all that kind of stuff too. Have you ever used any of that?
No, never.
I didn't.
I do like that little red thing that's not the handle you already showed. That's the Teflon scraper. That I do use.
Okay.
But I wouldn't even use that brush because that brush would get ruined the first time I used it on my pans.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So basically, don't buy this kit.
No.
If you are just now getting into cast iron, don't buy this kit. You know, stick to the old ways for cleaning your cast iron stuff, because that's just. I thought maybe it would show me more, but it didn't.
And don't get like I know people that get the Brillo pads or the stainless steel metal pads to scrape their pans. Don't do that because you're scraping the coating off of them. Use something like this Teflon scraper, or just the sponges you buy at Dollar Tree that are green. Don't do anything too. You don't need to get too aggressive with it unless it's one you're redoing that's been sitting and rusted for a long time.
Now they do have rust things that you can clean your cast iron with, and I've seen a lot of people. Hey, Grubby, thank you for coming in. Thank you, by the way, Wild Edibles, for coming in. I appreciate you. They do have those little black blocks to remove.
Have you used
rust.
one of those?
Never.
Okay, I got them. I got them to remove the hair off my horse in the spring. I'm like, oh, I bought a pack of 3, so I had them left over. I don't like eating pumice. It just makes pumice grit, and then you can't get that out of your pan. Yeah. So no, that's a big no. Maybe for your grill outside. but where it's going to fall down out of it. But
Yeah.
no, it just makes pumice. Yeah.
So what do you use to wipe down? And by the way, I know the answers to these. I'm just asking for everybody. But what do you use to wipe down your cast iron, like to put the baking grease on? Do you have a specific thing?
Paper towel.
You just use
a paper towel. Or I have some cotton cloths that are reusable paper towels in my kitchen. So I use those.
Because I know there's Cowboy Kent Rollins out there, and he insists on using a handkerchief because he says that you get all those little whatchamacallits.
I love him. I would take his advice. If he said use a handkerchief, I could use a handkerchief. But you know, he's so cute and fun. But yeah, I just use a cloth. You know, you can use an old t-shirt. Just, you know, something that'll help get it coated.
Yeah. That's a really good idea. I got a set of old rusty cast iron at a garage sale. I was able to clean them up. Might have paid $10, not much. Could have been free because of the rust. Interesting.
And I know people that take a grinder and a buff pad on a grinder, and if they're really, really rusty, they'll grind them down. And then you got to really season the heck out of them after you do that.
Yeah. So, okay, so the don'ts are basically don't put them in the dishwasher, don't submerge them in water, don't use soap. What other don'ts do people need to know about?
When you're putting them away and storing them, make sure they're thoroughly dried and been seasoned. And then if I'm going to store them for a long period of time, I'm going to put some old t-shirt or a paper towel, a couple layers of paper towel, something between the pans themselves when I'm storing them for long term. That will also help keep them from rusting.
Steel wool. Oh, those SOS pads. Yeah.
Yeah, Kent Rollins says no steel wool. And I have to agree with him.
Yeah. Hello, fishes. Thanks for coming in. Okay, so those were some of the do's and don'ts. Out there, if you guys have cast iron, what have you cooked on your cast iron? And if so, I do have a question because I've never done this particular food before. So have you cooked fish on your cast iron?
Yes.
Does everything afterwards taste like fish?
For about a week. Till you re-season it, because you've seasoned it with that a little bit. So it is going to have a little bit. But like growing up, we had the pan we fried our eggs for breakfast in, and then we had either the one we did meats in, or either, venison or fish. So yeah, it will if you pick that up a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, you made a pizza. That sounds delicious. I have a pizza pan, a cast iron one from Lodge, because I'm a huge Lodge collector. And I absolutely love it. I used I made a Bisquick pizza on it, and it turned out really good. And so, yeah.
The trick on an open fire, because you don't have an oven, is to take a second pan and put it over top and put some coals on top of that pan and make your own Dutch oven. So if you don't have a Dutch oven or a real oven, you can bake in them. You just put another pan of the same size on top and put some coals on top.
That's awesome. That would be really good. I made it. Oh my gosh, a bacon cheeseburger. You're killing me.
Yeah, they're going to make us hungry now. Biscuits. Oh, biscuits in the oven in the cast iron bake so much better.
Do they?
Oh yeah.
I'll have to do that. I haven't done it yet. There's lots of things that I haven't done yet in my cast irons, and so I want to. I just haven't done it yet.
Put a lot of that ghee in around them.
Yeah. When I cook with my cast iron, I use olive oil sometimes in my pan, but only when I'm cooking. I never use olive oil or anything like that when I'm actually trying to season my pan. You want to use like a higher food grade fat.
Like when my mom would fry chicken, she would use Crisco in her pan to fry in the frying pan to fry chicken.
Yeah.
I need some Crisco. Now I need. Okay, put that on the list for Walmart. Crisco.
I gave Gina a Dutch oven last night. She was not very appreciative of it. Oh, well, I'm sorry. When camping, my fried fish we hand washed with water with sand.
Yeah.
Okay.
River sand helps. Yeah, that's a good. Yeah, that's also something you can use when you're trying to recondition your pan too. Is to use some sand in it or salt.
Yeah, that's a really good idea.
Salt is a really good way to clean it too.
Yeah,
it's abrasive, but not food. It's food grade.
Okay, so what else? I don't know. I can't think of anything else right now. I am going to play my video again for those that didn't see it. I did like a little history on cast iron. So if you want to see that, I will play it here in a second. Have you seen the new, oh, there's a new StreamYard layout. Grinding paper for fertilizer while listening. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I've used salt before. I didn't like it. So
it takes a lot of elbow grease.
Yeah, I had a heck of a time getting it out of my pan.
Like Wild said, for like if you're trying to recondition rusty pans, it's okay to use the Brillo pad, the steel wool that time, but you don't want to use it on your daily cleaning because it will take the seasoning off.
All right, so let me go ahead and play that video real quick for you guys. If I can pull it up.
Cast iron was invented in the 5th century in China. The Chinese produced cast iron and it was introduced in England in the 1500s. The first iron works in America was established in Virginia in 1619. Cast iron is very versatile equipment and has been a staple in households all over the world. The oldest brand of cast iron in America is from Pennsylvania in 1865 by the Griswold Manufacturing Company. They were the leading manufacturer company in cast iron cookware at that time.
Okay, so that's just one of the videos I did for the show, and I hope that we can establish better, just more like, I don't know, more things through the show. But yeah, maybe we'll do something on canning next week and do like maybe the history of canning or something like that. Let's see. My Celtic has lead much. Well, I don't know what that means. Afterwards, add some Crisco and set the next to the campfire. Nice smoky taste for the next meal. Interesting. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. My husband, right now we're in egg central. We have eggs. My husband eats eggs every morning for breakfast, and he does them on the cast iron.
I love a fried egg on the cast iron. If you want easy, easy up or sunny side up, they come right over. Where even though I have the stainless steel pans, they always stuck. You break the egg.
Thanks, Lois, for coming in. I appreciate you, and thank you so much.
Thank you.
Tammy has a ton of videos on her channel, but I am also, if you are a member of my channel, I am starting a whole new thing for my members, and it's a Back to Basics series. So I will be doing a lot of planting and teaching people how to plant things on my Back to Basics series. The videos are not going to be very long, but they're going to be short and educational. And then we also have other educational videos on there as well, which include how to do things like candle making and CPR. And I do have a GIMP video on there as well. teaching you how to use GIMP, which is a graphic design program, and it's free. Hello, White Zulu. What's up, girl?
And if you've ever wanted to write a book and publish it to Amazon, some author did a series for Courtney on that too.
What? You?
Yeah, me.
Yeah, you guys don't know. Tammy is an author. So if you're interested in buying her book, it is on Amazon.
Actually, the first book is being taken down. So
Oh, it is?
yeah, you only have about maybe a week, and then it's not going to be available anymore. I'll be the only one that can buy it. The second book just came out, but my publisher for the first book is discontinuing it. She's going in a different direction. Well, she only did it because she's my cousin.
Oh, okay.
She does mostly genealogy type stuff.
Oh, okay.
It didn't really fit with her stuff.
Hello, adventurers. Thank you for coming in. Outdoor Eagle. And yeah, it didn't rain here that I'm aware of. I didn't go outside either, so I'm not really sure. Like, I didn't hear anything, so I don't know. I'm sorry I'm coughing so much, but I'm still getting over my sickness. So okay. I just took my last antibiotic today.
You look like you feel better.
Yeah, I feel a little bit better, but I'm still congested. Like, it's ridiculous. I'm so sick of being sick. What else is going on?
I'm going live tomorrow, but my guest can't come. So it'll just be me and Becca tomorrow, unless you want to come open panel. So it'll be open panel for anybody.
Okay. I don't know if I'll be able to or not. Depends on.
I'm sorry. I'm usually a little early in the morning for you. I know that. So don't worry about it.
I'm just, it's hard for me to get up in the mornings.
I know. It just happens to be the best time for me. Before the kids, you know.
So. What time will you be going on?
10.
10.
I'm back to my usual 10 o'clock Saturday live. And I'm going to be live on both. I'm going to try this, both Facebook and YouTube at the same time. So if you want to see me flop in 2 medias at the same time, come on over.
Yes, I am a little more clear-headed mentally now, too. So, like I said, there's going to be a lot of changes to my channel. Thank you so much, Porky. My book is autobiography of my life growing up on a ranch in South Africa, being raised by Zulus, called the White Zulu. Okay, cool. The White Zulu, she does. You guys need to subscribe to her. She does a lot of things with her book and narrates things, and she has a really cool voice. So it's interesting. I like it. Oh gosh. Now Bob is saying he has lumpia in his basement right now for you.
This is a morning show, Bob. We'll talk about the lumpia on the night chats. I just want the recipe.
Mucinex Court. Gina and I have been sick but super congested. You can get it on Amazon. Yeah, I've been taking Dayquil. I've been watching what I take so much of. I'm so I'll just suffer a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to keep taking Dayquil. I mean, I can't keep taking it every single day. When you run out the bottle of the Dayquil, like, you're like, okay, how much of this have I taken? Like, I just get like freaked out a little bit, you know? But it's just frustrating, and hopefully I'll be over this crap soon.
Yeah.
Hello, Peachy.
It's hard when you have kids that first go off to school, because you get everything you haven't been exposed to before.
Yeah.
And it's a little germ factory at those first years of school.
Yeah, so far he's been sick almost the entire time he's been in school.
Yeah.
And it's horrible. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to next week because he's on spring break. So I can sleep in a little bit. I don't have to pack his lunch. There's just like little things. I'm like, okay, cool.
And you can get outside and get some sunshine.
Yeah, I'm hoping that it's nice out next week and not raining the entire time because that's Ohio weather for you.
Or snowing here, because that's Michigan weather for you.
Oh no, I don't know. That's a bad word. I don't want snow. And I'm
Well,
being very
if I
dramatic
keep
when I
saying
want snow.
if I keep saying I expect it, then I can be disappointed like every time the weatherman makes a forecast.
Yeah. It's okay, Gil. I understand that you're late and I won't hold it against you. I'm trying really hard to make everybody's lives and be more active in my community. And so yeah, I'm sorry if I haven't been around as much because I've just been sick and I've just been sick and like I have zero energy. But I'm losing weight and it's giving me a little more energy as well. So I weighed myself this morning and I've lost even more weight than yesterday. So I'm kind of excited about that. I'm like, what? So yeah. So now I just have 20 pounds to lose. I'm excited. That's nothing. I think I can do that easily.
I can't wait till I go back out to the cabin because Becca cooks too good here.
Oh,
I can't diet here. That just doesn't work.
yeah, Lars, I don't know exactly where you're at, but if you're in Ohio and Kentucky, I've lived in both, and the allergies in both areas are not great. Yeah, I'm not really one to get allergies either, but when I moved to Kentucky, I got them a little bit.
I was out past midnight, which you guys know that's unheard of for me. We had visible aurora borealis last night,
Oh wow!
and the lights were just a dancing in the sky. And so Becca came and woke me up. She goes, "You want to go on a road trip?" I'm like, "Sure." And then she's like, "So I'm like, where are we going?" She goes, "This town that is not far." I'm like, "Why are we going there?" She goes, "Because somebody just took pictures of the northern lights." I'm like, "Oh, well, we just got to get out where it's dark. If they're taking them there, they're here." And they were. You could see them. Once we got out where it was dark, you could see them. But there's so many windmills with lights on them. I think those things should be abolished.
I don't necessarily agree with windmills.
Mm-mm. I think they're a blight on our landscape. And they, personally, what I have read and heard is that they cost more energy than they will produce over their lifetime to manufacture to even put one up. So,
plus they kill birds and all different kinds of stuff.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And they're destroying habitat to put them in places that have been animal habitats.
Somebody told me they're also extremely noisy.
So they are. Oh,
yeah.
You can hear them for a mile, 2 miles away.
Yeah.
And then they also change your wind patterns. So they actually change your weather. Yeah, that's what I want. More bad weather. Thank you. Yeah. More wind. Yeah. But they're so environmentally wonderful otherwise than that.
Yeah, you really have to watch, you guys, when you have chickens and stuff, to make sure when you're in your chicken coop and stuff like that to clean out, or not to clean out, to wear a mask when you're cleaning out your chicken stuff, because you can develop all different kinds of lung diseases from inhaling chicken poop.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would really love to see the Northern Lights, but I want to see them in like places like Alaska. I don't want to see them in.
I want to go to Norway. Forget Alaska. I even want to go to Norway because there's a place in Norway that they're the best ever, always, and I would love to go.
Yeah.
We had color last night. I had green and I had red.
Oh, beautiful.
We had actual visible color to the naked eye. Usually you can take pictures of them and bring the color in when you develop the photographs. Yeah. Last night you could see it. It was a 6:6, so we could actually see the the green and the reds or the yellow, the purplies with the naked eye, which
Wow.
is pretty amazing.
Yeah.
This far south. I have seen them farther north, but usually all we get is like a white dancing light here, and it was actual colors. We don't usually get a KP8. If you get a KP8, that's pretty amazing.
Yeah. I would say so.
But it was a KP6 here. I didn't hear of it being a KP8. I actually have a friend who has a channel, and I've had her come in and talk that she does. That's all she does is photography on the aurora borealis.
Oh wow, that's beautiful. I love taking pictures. It's so cool. Okay, so does anybody have any questions about cast irons, the history of cast irons, or the don'ts of cast irons? Feel free to put it in the chat, and we will answer any questions that you may have. Yeah. So I don't really know what we have planned for next week yet for the Blue Ribbon Canning show. We still have to talk about that and maybe go over something. So we will have another show for you next Friday. And I'm sorry I didn't make the last one. I was just super sick and just been dealing with that. So we did today's show, or the last week's show today. So
Star, usually, I don't know the exact measurement, but that's about a normal thickness for like a Dutch oven. Cast iron doesn't have to be super thick because it would be very heavy. Very, very heavy. Yeah. The bottoms are always a little bit thicker than the sides. But it doesn't have to be very, very heavy because it transfers the heat so evenly. I hope that answered the question.
Interesting.
Yeah, they're talking about the auroras again. But yeah, you have to have like a KP8 to get that far south to Ohio.
Yeah, I've never seen them. They said sometimes you can see them when the sun is doing weird stuff, but I still have never seen it. And I don't live far up North Ohio, but I do live in Northeast Ohio, and I still haven't seen them. So.
Yeah, well, this is one of the few times, I mean, I've seen them to the naked eye where I live. I probably should have woke all the kids up and took them with us, but we really wanted to just enjoy it ourselves.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've been like out on large lakes in the center of the lake where it was pitch black and I could see them, but they were white. To have this color is rare.
Our chicken fryer is heavier than the skillets. Yeah. I love my big ass, our big ass. Like, really? I can't talk today. I love my big cast iron casserole dish, as I could start browning the meat and onions on the hob and then put it into the oven for the rest of the ingredients to simmer. That sounds amazing.
It's dirty right now because we did it for supper the other day. We have like what we call the lasagna pan. It's about 4.5 inches deep. It's probably 14. It just barely fits in the oven with the handles.
Nice.
And it's probably 12 inches deep this way. And that's what we do. When we're going to do something in the oven, we do
that. Thanks, Cosmics. With the lid, of course. Your big ass iron. Your big ass iron. Oh my gosh, I can't talk. That's hilarious. Cosmic, thank you so much for being here. Seriously, I've missed you guys so much. You have no idea. Oh,
Yes, it's good to see you back in the community.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, if anybody's interested in becoming a member, it is 99 cents a month. I am looking for more members to my channel. That is how I grow. So if you are interested in becoming a member of my channel, you'll support my farm and the channel's community, and it's only 99 cents a month. I have different tiers, but it's inexpensive and it's fun. We have a lot of fun.
And it's a lot less than a cup of coffee. Come on, you're not going to have this much fun with a cup of coffee. So,
It's $12 a year, guys. $12 a year.
That's one coffee at Starbucks. Come on.
Right now, it's cheaper than a meal at McDonald's.
Yeah. And we're better. We're more fun. More fun than a Happy Meal.
I love you, White Zulu. Thank you so much. You're so sweet, and I love your voice messages on WhatsApp. I love them. You have a great voice.
Now that I have my new phone, I'll have to get WhatsApp put on.
Oh, cool. So you'll only be working 4 days a week? Oh, good. So then you'll be back on. That's good. That's good. 4 days, 40 hours. That's okay. That's okay. I mean, and then you'll have the other days to chill and do what you want and maybe come to Ohio when I have my get together.
Yeah, somebody's already planning that. She's like, "Hey, Courtney, when's the dates?"
Yeah, I gotta get the dates.
I already sent her my blackout dates so I can come this year.
I don't know, Tibor. My butt is vanishing. I've noticed because I've lost weight. It's vanishing. I mean, it's not extreme yet, but it's vanishing. So when I lose 20 pounds or so, my butt might not be there anymore. Yeah, we already started our starts, and we're ready to go. Oh, look at that.
That's from my store-bought basil and oregano.
Nice.
Rosemary died. So don't take my advice that said try to start rosemary in water from starts at the store.
Yeah.
That was a fail.
I suck at growing rosemary, and it's like one of my favorite ingredients. And I don't know why, but I just can't grow it. And I had it last year, and it only got like this big. And I'm like, so what I did is I just picked it out of the ground, and I chopped the end off of it. I washed it really good and threw it in with my chicken.
There you go.
Like, forget you! You're not growing anymore. So I just cut it up.
Well, I've got one that's rooting, but that's it. The rest are just like sitting here. But it was an experiment.
Sorry, Tibor. I don't know why you're angry. I don't know. You're angry because I don't have a butt anymore? I barely even show myself on camera, so how would you know? But yeah, so I'm excited. I didn't work in the beginning. I've been dieting for a while now. In the beginning, I didn't tell anybody. I don't want to jinx myself and then sound like a jackass when I stop. So I've just been taking it easy and not telling a bunch of people. But now I feel comfortable that I've lost a little bit of weight, so I can tell people.
And summer's coming. You'll be outside. That helps. I always put on weight in the winter, so when you can get outside and walk and be in the sunshine, that'll help.
Yeah. I'm excited about planting the cranberries too. Some of them have died off a little bit, so I don't know what that's about, but I'm excited about getting those in the ground and excited to see what they're going to do over the next year or so. It takes a while before I get cranberries on them, but I'm excited.
Yeah.
I
tried that one year, but I had the vining ones, and they didn't stick.
Oh yeah, this is like I forget what this is called, the American cranberry bush, and they get really tall. And as far as I could tell, is they get maybe as big as my elderberries. So
I got mine from Stark Brothers, and I really had not good luck with Stark Brothers, and they used to be like really good. But I haven't. But it's probably me, not them.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I have about 6 or 7 blueberry bushes, and some of them, from when we planted them a few years ago, have gotten bigger. So I'm kind of excited about that. And then I have 2 bigger bushes that were already here when we moved in. One is a pink lemonade, and then the other one's just a regular. And they do really good in this. I think they start blooming around July-ish. July, August.
Usually the middle of July to the middle of August here. But I'm gonna forage some. We did it when I was a kid, and I want to go out and forage. I don't have any on my property, but I do know where there's a wild patch on state land. So I'd have to forage. I begged my parents to let me stay home and bake, and we did it high, so I didn't have to pick. We picked for about 3 weeks straight that year.
Wow.
We had freezers full of blueberries for a while.
My dingleberries? I don't know what you're talking about. Dingleberries, huh? Have I ever talked about dingleberries?
You got mulberries. Your mulberry tree. Did you manage to tell?
I haven't done anything with it.
Not to cut that down.
Yeah, he hasn't cut it down, but I haven't done anything with it either. So
you don't have to do anything with it. It's invasive. It's not even native to North America. If you get it to come up in your yard, it's probably going to be big enough. You'll get a few berries this year.
Oh, interesting.
If the chickens don't get to them first.
What about
chickens? Love mulberries. They're high in protein, so if they can get over there and forage them, they'll be all over them.
I have 3 grape bushes, and they're not doing anything. But then again, I haven't done a lot with them either. I just got them from Tractor Supply. I planted them in my food forest, and they just aren't doing anything. I've kind of neglected them. So
they might need some acidifier.
Sunshine, walking on a beach, sand, work muscles extra without doing crazy exercises. Yep.
Not many beaches in Michigan or Ohio.
All right, guys. Any other questions about cast irons? This is we're doing the cast iron do's and don'ts. So you definitely don't put them in the dishwasher. You don't put soap on them. And we've already talked about the conditioners and stuff like that. If you are new to buying cast irons and stuff like that, you don't really need all that extra stuff.
No.
So
just a little bacon grease or ghee.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I've let a lot of things go. I probably need to get back out there and redo things. We are planting peas, hopefully, when we have a good day at the end of this month. We're planting peas, and I gotta trim my ducks' wings. I gotta trim them down so they don't fly in my garden, because that's what they're gonna do. And I don't want them to go in there and start eating the peas, because I'd be mad. So I gotta get that done. Bye, Garden State Gardener. Thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate you. More than you know. Cast iron tip number 1, hide from pissed off wife. Yes, because if she has a big ass cast iron skillet, she will definitely hit you with it. It's also could be a good weapon.
I think there's a folk song about that. Went to bed with a frying pan, didn't wake up. Something I can't think of it. It's an old song. What is it? Oh, I'll think about it later.
I have the Giant Carrots Challenge, which I call it the Giant Veg Challenge. That's coming up. And the end date for that is March 31st. So if you are interested in growing a big ass carrot, a giant carrot, you can join. And all you have to do is use the hashtags when making a video. Now, if your carrots pop up, ooh, she already has the ox hearts.
I'm going for the ox heart, I think. Maybe.
Now, if your carrot is already big and it's getting close to the end of the carrot's life cycle, or like say it's the 70 days, go ahead and make your ending video, because then we'll use those. And I think in August is when I will do the ending of it. So do your videos, do the progress of your carrots, show us how you're doing it, and then in August I will pull the winners, and go ahead and do your videos, even if your carrot cycle is almost over, because I know a lot of carrots are like 70 days. So if you plant them in spring, by mid-July, it's going to be 70 days, and you can go ahead and pick them. So, but yeah, so I have Sheepy's allotment, Old Ways, Garden State Gardener, Gardener Josh, Yosi, Gear, Star Homestead Fishes, Tammy, Homestead Aquarius, Andy's A Bucket Garden, and Will It Grow, all in this challenge. So if you want to do it, it is separate from the garden community and Shed Wars, but this is something that I have always done, and I did it a couple years ago. Terry King and F&P Farms was in it, and they both won. So this year, Garden State Gardener is providing seeds for the winners, and we also will be providing something for the winners as well. So I'm excited to have everybody in this challenge. It's going to be a lot of fun. As soon as I get everybody's name by the 31st, I have a video that will come out using everybody's name. So you get a little notarization for joining the carrot challenge as well. Not to mention you'll get the street cred if you grow the biggest carrot. So it's a lot of fun.
I just joined because somebody has to lose. So,
but it's a lot of fun too to try and grow the biggest carrot. And if you lose, or not lose, but if you don't feel that you're being successful at it, keep going, because there's somebody else that's not going to be very successful at it either. And you could have the biggest. You could have the one that has the most weight. There's two categories. There's a weight and there's a length category. So you could have the biggest carrot, like as weight wise. Mm-hmm. So keep going with it. Don't give up. And
I'm just going to give it a try, because I got scolded by Will It Grow for not joining any of the challenges last year in my first year in the global gardening and homesteading skills community. Oh. And so I'm like, oh, I guess I better, join some of these challenges out there.
Okay. It's a lot of fun.
It is fun.
All right, Tibor, thank you for coming in. If anybody else has any questions, I as well am going to end the chat. I hope you enjoyed. This is our first run back at the Blue Ribbon Canning Show here, and I hope you enjoy it. Thank you guys so much. Did you have any more cast iron questions before we leave? And I'll give you guys a little bit of time to type it in the side chat. But I really think we went over everything really thoroughly. So, hello, Q. Thanks for coming in. Oh, okay. Yeah, I had to do my son's teacher was sick on Wednesday, so I had to do a Zoom meeting. Doing a Zoom meeting with a 4-year-old is worthless. It's worthless. Like, why are we doing this? You might as well just said that you couldn't do it, and that's a 20-minute thing, because my son can't sit there. He can't sit there. He looks at the screen and he's like,
yeah, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
I can look at this thing anytime. Mom has this ever so often going on.
Yeah.
It's not that interesting. It's not that new. Sometimes when it's new, you can get their attention just because it's new, but, I have not started anything. I got to do some starts. I'm going to buy my starts, though. I'm still buying because I don't have place. I don't have space to start.
Yeah, it's hard when you don't have the space. All of my stuff is started, and even at the end of the year, I still end up buying stuff. I still end up buying stuff. My mom is in the garden club here, and she's like, "They're having a plant auction. Are you gonna come?" And I'm like, "Yeah." I'm super excited about this. The town, these are so freaking expensive. The town pays, I swear, they're like $70, $80, maybe even $100 baskets they hang up in the town. You know, like on telephone poles and stuff,
Right.
they decorate the town.
Yeah.
Well, it's really, they're expensive, and they have a huge water reservoir underneath them, and you know, it
Right.
takes like the township people like a day to water them all. I mean, they're just ridiculous. Well, the garden club can get those for $17 a piece. Those big baskets that you would like, they're huge, and they hang, you know, on the telephone poles.
Yeah.
So I'm getting 2 of them. I'm so excited. I said, "Mom," I'm like, they give them to the garden club people for a discount. So you get them for $17 a piece. There is no way you have more than $17 worth of flowers in that thing. I mean, they're freaking humongous.
The basket with the reservoir is worth more than that.
Yeah. So I'm excited. So she ordered some for me, and they're gonna come in. Yeah, it was a really great deal. But the thing is they're really big. So I'm hoping I have a hook that will suffice. I do have one big hook, but I have another one. I might have to just set it. I have barnstone around the one side of my house. I might just have to set it like on the barnstone or something, and hope that a duck doesn't eat it or a dog doesn't pee on it or something. But yeah, they're freaking huge, these baskets, and I just can't believe that they're selling them. They have to be expensive. I mean,
telephone poles sold separately.
Yeah, I know that they spend, at least the township does, like $2,000 on these flowers every year just to hang them up. And then the businesses, if they want them, they're usually pink flowers, like petunias that hang, you know, they're really big. And I know, like, if you have a business and you want them outside of your business to match the town, you know, you have to pay for them. But like, I know they spend at least $2,000 on all those flowers, but they're beautiful, and I understand why they do them. And our town is kind of like the talk of the town. When they have them up, they're like, "Oh my God," you know. So it's kind of funny. Yeah, Dustin will hook me up for sure. Telephone pole sold separately, yes. I do have a telephone pole at the end of my yard. Maybe I can do it. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, since we have no more cast iron questions and we're kind of getting off subject, I want to thank you guys for coming in and supporting my channel. Like I said, I am looking for members. So if you are interested in being a member of Wide Family Farm, please come along with us and have a little bit of fun. I'm going to be doing some changes to my channel as well. Yeah, so there's just going to be something different going on. So thank you guys for coming in. Thank you for joining the Blue Ribbon Canning Show. In the description, I have Tammy's email address and her connections to her channel as well. So if you need to, if you need that information, it's in the description in this video. Thank you guys for all your support, and we will see you all next time. Today is Friday, so I will be going on Friday or Sunday night at 11. And yeah, so we'll see y'all then. Have a good night, day. Have a good one. Bye.